Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another one of my bearded beanie reviews. And today we're gonna talk about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And yeah, look, before I watched this movie, you know what I'm saying? The first thing I saw online about the movie was how woke it was and whatnot. And you know, you already know, as Donald Trump said before in the past, everything woke turns to shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go ahead and get my eyes on this for whatever reason they decided to remake or make another movie about this. You know what I'm saying? It was beyond me, but nonetheless, it dropped on Netflix back in 2021, and I'm finally caught up to it. It says a 2022 trailer. I don't know when the hell it actually came out. I just seen it on there as on the top 10 or whatever and had to check it out. So, about the movie. The movie is not like any other Texas Chainsaw movie that I've met. Well, I've seen movies. The probably my favorite one is the origin story one they had when Leatherface was actually a normal teenager. You know what I'm saying? He descended or was pulled into. You know what I'm saying? I liked that one a lot, but and it was just something that somebody else did for their own thing. It didn't even fit the story or whatnot. But this one right here looks to be a continuation of anything that you've heard about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or seen in the past. Kids go out, they come across the house in Texas and whatnot. The Leatherface, he'd get to killing them all or what in brutal ways, and then one woman escapes. It just and yeah, well, this movie picks up, pretty much where whatever one you can remember of that version of it, the first movie, I guess you want to call it or link it to, because we've seen so many different Texas Chainsaw Massacres remade and redone that all start at that house and end with one woman escaping. Well, we can just about assume that the one woman who escaped was the woman who would show up in this movie for whatever reason. And I'll get to that part later because it felt like they just straight ripped this movie off the pages of somebody else's script. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt watching it. I couldn't help but say, man, come on. Man, seriously? Get the fuck. I couldn't help but keep find myself saying those kind of phrases throughout the whole movie. You know what I mean? So the movie gives us a basically starts out, it tells us shows us what happened back in the day. We all know Leatherface is a beast. He was murdering everybody. Girl got away. Here we are in the modern day Texas or whatever town that they are in. Here we are in a modern day Texas, and we have, of course, we live in a world of the digital age where everybody does social media and whatnot. Everybody got their phones out. I mean, hell, we at war now, and people are filming it on TikToks. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, you got these two people who are, I think they're foodies or something like that, or maybe they just the guy and the girl, and she brings her sister along who was involved in some sort of a school shooting that had traumatized her, and now these are three of the 4 to 5 characters that are up in the movie or whatnot. A bunch of young kids. I don't know nothing but one of them. That's Elsa Fisher, uh, the sister who had the traumatizing moment, who turns out to be the protagonist of the damn movie, despite how it was presented. Um, yeah, they go into this town. You know what I'm saying? And they looking for this old rustic look, and they come to this house, which is not even the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house. It's another. The town they live in is like a little small western town. You know what I'm saying? And buildings on each side of the street, a dead end street with the building right there, and that's that. This is the set of the movie. No bullshit. Nothing else to be. Just this town and a road that leads out of town through a cornfield, if you will, are the setting of this movie. So yeah, it was a very small set and it wasn't much to it. But what gets me is, and what kind of pissed me off and whatnot, because I'm from Texas, and here you have these people, these writers who probably ain't never been down to fucking Texas a day in their fucking life, talking about, oh well, that's how things are in Texas, or well, that's just the Texas attitude, or that's just the Texas way of Texas. Like, bro, stop. I could clearly tell that none of you some bitches have ever been here before, so it's not cool that y'all direct a movie that took place here, trying to have lines in the movie that either one disrespect Texas or two put down Texas in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But the best part about it is y'all came to Texas and got y'all ass wrecked. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, uh, you got all these little cheap shit. This poorly written dialogue from these characters. Who two of them, the guy and the girl, who run the business that they're setting up, and they got everybody coming out to this little podunk town here that they call it, and they're going to put on a little show and whatnot and have fun in the process over the weekend. So they were going supposed to be doing this at a house, the house of course, who you think would be there, Leatherface and his old mom, who have practically seemed like they've been hiding out uh uh at this place, or they've been put there by people after everything that happened in the past Texas Chainsaw Massacres. Leatherface pretty much was still alive. Everybody knew what happened. They just, in order to basically keep things quiet, they keep his ass out of sight. And that's how, but they can keep him in sight, I guess. I don't know why in the hell they would keep his ass in town. But I guess as long as his mother was alive, you know, then everything was okay. So they come to the woman's house and they tell her that they have a deed to the house that is theirs and that they have to leave. Well, this puts Leatherface's mother in shock, and she's on a breather and whatnot, and she can't breathe and whatnot. And they get the cops involved, and she collapses, throwing up all over the place. And you know, Leather, tall, big, dark, ominous character, he just comes through there, grabs his mom up, and goes to put her in the ambulance, like he's thinking, let me help my mom. I'm gonna put her in the ambulance, and they foolishly get in this ambulance with her. And the girl who's feeling guilty about what's happening is questioning the guy that they with, and she's like, "Man, are you sure we have a deed to this house? You know, or we just kicking this woman out of her house? We don't want to do that. That's not who we are, or whatnot." It turns out that they never really had a fucking deed, and it was all a lie. Oh, shit! He had to hit the fan. So on the way to the hospital, mom passes away, and this causes Leatherface to begin his killing spree. And I will have to go ahead and say that this is where the movie, for me, the kills were the best thing about it. They were the only thing about it. You know what I'm saying? And I won't spoil any of them for you, but I'm just gonna say that this is where Leatherface begins to get down and dirty with the killing and whatnot, and the movie starts to actually turn into a horror movie after so being a fucking comedy for like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So we get our killing spree going. Leatherface makes short work of the cops in the that was taking him to the hospital, and one of the guy who lied about the deeds girlfriend decided to go along with them because you know the other girl who was help hosting the show, she was just all distraught and like she wanted to go and whatnot. So she was like, "No, you need it here. Stay. I'll go." And blah blah blah. So yeah, they go on down the road, get mess. You know, they get killed by Leatherface in some sense. I won't spoil those or whatnot, but yeah, it's at this moment when uh the Leather chooses to uh don another face, this time the face of his mother, which is even more creepier because she was already an old woman. And you see the face. I mean, I got the little trailer sitting here in the back, you know, pulled up because I just wanted some backdrop or whatnot. But um, yeah, I mean, there you go, right there. You get a good scene of it right there. Uh, yeah, he dons his face and whatever, and he goes back into town and you know reclaims his chainsaw and commences to just absolutely destroying people. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a good movie to that point. Up until all the other shit was just fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Now I say good movie in the sense of when I say that I'm referring to the kills. Everything else was still, I guess, woke, if you would say. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't hitting, dude. Like kind of like I don't know. It's like they tried their hardest to put all these tropes and shit in the movie and all this bullshit to keep people, wanting to sit there and that. But it's like every time somebody opened their mouth in this movie, I was like, man, I'm ready to turn this shit off, dude. You know. So you get your few people around town. You got your one guy who's from the town who seems like he's supposedly be the badass or whatnot, and uh, you know, the one in town that be talking shit to the new people or whatever. I think he's the mechanic. Yeah. I mean, it's nothing much else to say about other than the fact that without talking about the kills and spoiling it for you, you know what I'm saying? It's I mean, it was for the kills. I'd watch it. For the kills, I'd watch it. But for anything else, man, shit. Honestly, I tell you to just turn the shit on, fast forward to the kills, and see what got to see. I mean, the dude who played Leatherface, he was all right. You know what I'm saying? He did a good job. I mean, the Elsa Fisher, she did a good job. I mean, the acting wasn't the problem. It was the script that was the problem. And then for that alone, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this new Texas Chainsaw Massacre a 2 out of 5, man. You know what I'm saying? The kills got it to 2. Everything else pulled it right on down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's me trying to give it to you without spoiling. I could sit here and talk for another 45 minutes about the shit that went on, but I won't. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here because I got another review I gotta do for y'all. Uh and what is it? I can't even fucking remember. I've been watching a lot of movies this week, man. This week has been a real stressful week. I started work. I hadn't slept all that well. My days were starting to run together and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, y'all let me know what you think of the video, guys. A like rating is always appreciated. If you've watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, let me know what you think about it and what was your favorite kill. Uh, yeah, other than that, guys, I'm your man Beanie. Today is Sunday, February the 27th. We are slowly moving into uh uh the more the next month, which is my birthday month. So yeah, man, it's gonna be an exciting time moving forward, man. Guys, I appreciate y'all support. Appreciate all the love and all the sharing and the likes and all that good stuff. And I want y'all to continue to keep that coming because I can be YouTube partner before my birthday. And my birthday is on March 24th. If any of y'all got any birthday gifts y'all want to send, there you go, right there. Look down under my name, right there. Guys, y'all take it easy. Have a good one. I'm out. Peace.